Bring you guys back over to the valve itself. You can see that I've poured a little bit of seafoam in there, kind of letting that marinate. And it took me all three of these to learn how to use this machine on these valves as best as I could to get as in there as I could. I'm going to use this sort of like a sponge to kind of like wet everything in there. You know, it's not in any damage. It's not gonna damage the. It's not hard. It's almost like a material, really. Most important thing is you want to make sure before you do any of this stuff that the valves that you're working with are closed. There's a you can see I got the ratchet down there. Basically all I'm doing is, you know, I'm turning them until I see that the valves are closed, and you can see an open valve right there versus that's open, that's closed right there, that one. So again, you want to make sure that none of the shit that you're cleaning up is going inside your engine, because, you know, ain't nothing like a fucking kidney stone to hurt the shit out of your engine, right? You know, that's exactly what the fuck that is. So I have been blessed. All right, that's a $20 shop vac from Walmart. So I've found the $20 to buy it because honestly, you're going to be using wire brushes. You're going to be using stuff like this. You're going to use whatever you think is going to get this job done, and whatever you have in your repertoire. So, you know, if you got tools, great. If you don't, you're going to have to make it happen, especially if this is something that you need to do, because your car's not going to run if it doesn't. But this is mainly a maintenance item. Most people probably don't even dig into the valve covers, past the valve cover gasket and past this right here, unless you know what you're doing down here with removal of the intake manifold, the injectors that go in there. Right, there's 4 of them. Not all of them will come out, but I would just, you know, spend the money on getting the seal kits, because you don't want to put a dirty injector back, because you know that's just got carbon on it too. So I got these direct from Audi, the seal kits. I don't have them here to show you. They're already on the injectors themselves, but I'll take a picture of that. I bought those for about 18 bucks each. Do not buy these at the parts store. Go to fucking Audi and buy them directly. Set up a tax ID if you have to for a sole prop, and set up a wholesale account just so you can get you know, discounts on parts, because you know, if you're working on these engines and you're working on this type of car, you either need to know how to fix it, or you need to have the money to fix it. So I don't know the average dollar amount that it would have cost me to replace this housing right here, which goes all the way down past the oil cooler. This is the oil cooler. So down here, this is one big housing that comes up and gets bolted onto that. I had to replace that. That's the reason why I had to take off my intake manifold and get all of this stuff done, because the intake manifold's off. You do not want to leave that way, because if for whatever reason you put everything back and that still needs to be done, you'll start getting misfire codes, whatever the fuck, right? You'll get all of those codes, and you know, you have the opportunity right here to do it. It's not easy to take the intake manifold off, so spend the extra few hours if you have hours to do it. Take your time doing it. I've done this. I've spread this job over the course of a week, because I do a little bit after work. I've been very blessed that I can come home today and actually finish that part, because once that's done, I'm just going to put the valve cover back on. I mean, the intake manifold back on. So, and then I replaced all of these clamps. A lot of these had one-time use clamps. They were very difficult. You could see the damage that they do to the belt, right? Or the hose rather. I don't like that, because you know, over time that you know, pressure bust pipes, and you know, at least this I can loosen at, you know, my will, and not have to worry about those pliers.